Hi everyone, it's Az here from HeelvsBabyface. Bond. James Bond. 007. License to Kill. That was terrible. I know. I don't care. Look, James Bond is a man's man. It's a great fantasy to have. You have this handsome, suave, sophisticated British secret agent, travels all around the world, drives fast cars, has incredible gadgets, gets the sexy ladies between the silk sheets, fires the pew-pews, saves the day. It's a fun fantasy. They're fun films, fun romps. But we live in current day where you're not allowed to have fantasies anymore. Because James Bond is problematic. He's problematic because he does all these cool things, you see? And when it comes to the latest Bond film, No Time to Die, there seems to be a lot of negativity surrounding the whole project. Some, and I would argue that the majority of this negativity has been created by the crazies. By the crazy people who are throwing out all these things. James Bond needs to be a woman. No. If James Bond is a woman, the franchise is dead. Dead. Okay? James Bond needs to know his place. James Bond needs to respect women. They want to treat this character like it's an emasculated tool that they like to have in their echo chambers. The kind of simp-ass tool that just goes, yes, yes, anything you say, I will do that. Like Kevin Smith. Now, he's a complete simp. He's a complete tool of these people. And Kevin Smith used to be a great, edgy, very funny man indeed. Now he's crying watching the bloody Flash on the CW and directing Wonder Woman. And if the He-Man rumours are to be believed, oh my God! I don't even want to go there. Another video for another time. But James Bond is fantasy. There's nothing wrong with having fantasies. There's nothing wrong with watching a fantastical series of events happen on the screen. Because it's meant to be entertaining. It's meant to take us away from the reality of our lives. It's meant to take us away from the everyday humdrum that we have to get involved with to get by. But again, we live in current day, and that's not allowed. You got to get the program or you're cancelled. It's pathetic! It's pathetic. So, oh God, I don't even quite know where to start. The trailer for this film was very divisive indeed. A lot of people thought that Bond was being highly emasculated. He was the butt of all the jokes. And he was being put in his place by far left current day sensibilities. I personally didn't have too much problem with the trailer. I thought, I think it's fine to have another strong person there. And I think it's fine for them to cockfight with each other, even if one of them's a female. So some of the quips were fine. Were fine for me. I was trying to take it at face value on good faith. That Bond has been removed from the Secret Service for a while, then he's coming back into the fold and things are different in terms of structure and whatever. I'm going to have egg on my face, aren't I, by the time this film comes out. But the film was due for release next month. It's now been postponed to November because of the old snivels. Whether that is true or not, now I need to sneeze. Oh, is a completely another matter because Black Widow is coming out as scheduled. Wonder Woman 1984 is coming out as scheduled. Neither film has announced that they're going to push themselves back. And these are films which will go to a Chinese marketplace and other marketplaces to try and get as much money as possible. And particularly with Black Widow, because I think that's due out in May, and it put out its final trailer yesterday, day before. Every day merges into one. So this could be absolutely the reason why they've decided to push this movie back to November. Or there is a rumour, but it's not been substantiated. Until it's substantiated, it's nothing but rumour that they're going to use this opportunity to do some reshoots. However, when it comes to marketing your movie, as we've seen with Birds of Prey, it is essential that you put the right message out there. And the right message to me is, come watch our film. It's going to be a lot of fun. We got Bond traveling everywhere. We got some amazing new gadgets, some great new characters coming in, a wonderful story, explosions, the job lot. You're going to have a gay old time at the cinema. That's what we want to hear. That's not what we get, though. And Daniel Craig is... he is contributing to actively putting people off. We have seen what disastrous marketing can do to a film with Birds of Prey. The trailers certainly didn't help the film. The trailers looked like trash. It looked like a dumpster fire. But when the cast started to open their mouths, if you were at all interested in the film, they turned your mind. If you're a guy and you're like, yeah, I'll go watch Harley Quinn, I'll go watch her kick some ass, and then you hear the directors and the actors of the movie turn around going, this film's about smashing the patriarchy. This film is about toxic masculinity. This film is about everyday misogyny that we have to deal with in our privileged fucking lives. As we sit in Hollywood with our millions of dollars being catered to left, right, and centre, having our asses kissed all day, every fucking day. But we want to lecture to you, the regular Joe, the regular Joanne, who has to go out there and bust your ass every day in, a lot of the time, crappy ass jobs. And we're asking you to come to the cinema and part with your money so we can fucking lecture to you. These people have no grip on reality whatsoever. And why do these people not like films like Wonder Woman and don't really like the character of Wonder Woman right now? That seems really bizarre. Wonder Woman, great strong female character, did great business at the box office, directed by a female director, so what's the problem? Well, the problem is, please don't let me down here, Patty, but the problem is, Patty Jenkins didn't market this, her first Wonder Woman film, or the second one, as any sort of woke, or empowerment, or emasculation, or toxic masculinity, or misogyny, anything like that. She marketed her film as a superhero movie starring Wonder Woman. And Gal Gadot went around being a class act. Smiling. She's a gorgeous woman. Absolutely beautiful woman. She's beautiful. She's talented. She's diplomatic. She knows how to communicate with people. She's got the most unbelievable smile in the world, which melts everyone's hearts. Don't tell her. Don't say I said that. But when she was going around, she was marketing the film as a fun superhero film that everybody should come watch. And that is problematic. Because you're not emasculating people. You're not screeching and lecturing to people. You just want to make a movie that's fun for everybody. For guys and gals to go to the cinema and see. Separately, together, doesn't matter. Perfect marketing by two class acts. Which leads us, I know this has been a big one, but which leads us to this. Daniel Craig, we struggle to keep Trump and Brexit out of No Time to Die, No Time to Die. Trust me, I think the film might die really fucking quickly if you keep up this level of marketing. I want to go into something now. I don't get particularly political in terms of pushing or telling you about my personal politics, because I think it's a personal thing and you should respect that. But this article, and I'll just read the first paragraph, just immediately makes you facepalm. It seems like the Trump presidency seeps into everything that is good and pure in the world and poisons it. Great. Good to see that you're coming with this article from a neutral standpoint. Oh no! Oh no, you're not. That's because it does. Partisan wanker. You can now add James Bond to the list of things that the world's most depressingly omniscient news story has infected. As Daniel Craig related to Sam Knight for this month's cover story. Daniel Craig said, "We struggle to keep Trump out of this film." Oh, God. But of course, it is there. It's always there. Whether it's Trump or whether it's Brexit or whether it's Russian influence on elections or whatever. Fuck off! This is where I have to get slightly political, okay? I'm going to tell you something. This isn't something that's a secret because I tweeted out when I did it. I voted Remain because my politics tends to lean to the left. It always has throughout my life. And 4 years ago, 2016, I was very singular-minded when it came to my politics. I was very anti-Trump and I was very anti-Brexit. And so when it came to the presidency of the United States, even though I'm British, I didn't want Trump to get in. I still think the guy's a moron, don't get me wrong, but I understand why people voted for him. And when it came to the Brexit vote, I voted Remain because I thought we were going to be stronger as a united Europe than divided. That was my politics. When I put it out there, I got blowback. And because I was so convinced of my own ideology, I was taken aback by it. What? Wait, what? But instead of these crazy-ass people who then double down, alienate, tell people to fuck off, and all this kind of stuff, like your Dan Slots and stuff like that. I'm selling comic books, but half of my customers go fuck yourselves. Great one, Dan. And instead of doing that, I decided to do what I thought was the sensible thing and actually engage with these people and try and understand their position as well as my own. And I think it's kind of pushed me more centrist because I certainly do not believe in the far left. I want to stay as far away from those crazy as possible. They're as bad as the far right. The far left and the far right, the extreme, they're both as bad as each other. No doubt. But it's allowed me to communicate with people with different political ideas to me, with different thoughts to me, and get on with them fine. Because guess what? We're humans and we're different. And the thing with Brexit and the thing with Trump is both of those votes were so close. There was almost a 50-50 divide between the two of them. Almost. Not exact. Almost. Which is the exact reason why I did engage. Because I wanted to understand why half of us felt one way and half of us felt another way. And not demonize half of these people. I wanted to understand them. Exactly why do you believe in leaving Europe? Exactly why do you believe in voting for Republican as opposed to Democrat? That, to me, was the sensible route to go down. So when you come out with these articles, when you come out with these Orange Man bad, Brexit bad, Russian influence, fuck off. That's the Russian influence stuff. That's the crazy stuff. That's the we can't accept we lost stuff. Then you are putting an alienation tab on almost 50% of the people who could go and see your film. It's not the thing to do. The birds of prey. Hate men, down with the patriarchy, men come see our film. Men, fuck off. Even though 54% of the audience turned out to be male and only 46 female. But when you antagonize a portion of your potential customers, they're going to stop supporting your product. And because they are so isolated in their bubbles, they don't see this. To them, it's get with the program or get out. And I want nothing to do with that type of person. I want nothing to do with that type of ideology. Recently, somebody said, we need to start gatekeeping our fandoms. I think that's the worst thing that we can do to our fandoms. Yes, our fandoms are under constant attack nowadays. Constant attacks because they're all run by these crazy far-left ideologues now. And so they want to push their rhetoric onto these and be damned with the fan bases, be damned with the supporters, be damned with the people who have funneled money, time and effort into these fandoms. But the thing is, folks, if we start gatekeeping them, we become the very thing that we're trying to prevent. Fandoms have always and should always be fully inclusive to everyone. Everyone. No matter what walk of life you're from, no matter what socio-political side you come from, economic side, it doesn't matter. Your race, gender, sexuality, it doesn't matter. Everybody should be included and everybody should be treated the same as a fan of that fandom. So stop driving people away. You're a business. It's going to destroy your bottom line. Because even though I personally voted Remain, and even though I personally think the Orange Man is a bit of an arsehole, I can now understand why people voted to the contrary. And with this type of rhetoric, all I see is you isolating potential audience. I know I've gone on, but this is just building and building and building. And at the moment, it's channel. I'm a man in my house, in my office, with a webcam making a video, and I'm not just talking about myself. When I say we, I mean all of these channels out there, all of them. We are driving traffic upon traffic upon traffic to our site. And you have got to actively seek us out because people are getting sick and fucking tired of this. Tired of being treated like a goddamn criminal because they believe in something. Because they have a belief system. Being excluded from things. Being called ists and phobes and isms and all this kind of stuff. Purely because they have a contrary opinion to someone else. Purely because they think slightly differently. Because they don't agree with everything or some of it that you agree with. Madness. It's madness. And it's an infection that is just the world over now. And we have to fight. We have to stay angry. Because it's what's going to drive us. And it's going to keep us, and it's going to keep our convictions strong. Treat your customers with respect. At the end of the day, it boils down to customer service. You have a political idea. Great. That's your political idea, and I respect that. But the moment you use your political ideology to exclude somebody, to demonize somebody, you're losing a customer. Whew. And relax. So there we go, folks. You can agree or disagree to this. That's fine. You're entitled to your own opinion. I hope you enjoyed the vid, if you did though. And give it a thumbs up. And also subscribe to the channel. Follow me on social media and Twitch for live streaming. Links are in the description box down below. And I'll be back with some more stuff very soon. You take care. Bye for now.